Corticon gives you a number of options for deploying a decision service. You can deploy a decision service in process and call it directly from a Java or .NET application. You can also deploy a decision service as a web service using a Java-supported or a .NET application server. In addition, Corticon gives you a number of options for publishing your decision service to a Corticon server. You can publish using Corticon Studio, using the web console, using CDD files, or using Corticon APIs. Corticon Studio allows rule modelers to directly publish their decision services to a running instance of Corticon Server. This option is best used in a development environment. It is a quick and easy way to test a rule flow as a decision service. If you are publishing to a production environment, you should publish using web console or CDD files or Corticon APIs. To use any of these three methods, you first need to create an EDS file. Packaging a rule flow into an EDS file ensures that all the assets and dependencies involved are compiled. You can create an EDS file in two ways. You can use Corticon Studio. This is useful for rule modelers who will package a decision service for deployment. You can also use Corticon Ant scripts. This is useful if you want to script the build process. For example, you may want to check rules out of a code repository and then use Ant to build the EDS file. Once you have created your EDS file, you can use the web console or CDD files or Corticon APIs to publish your decision service. Consider using the web console if you want the benefits of a GUI tool to manage and monitor your decision services. The web console allows you to deploy one or more decision services to multiple servers. This is useful if you need to have the decision services distributed over many servers and want to make sure they are all in sync. To publish using CDD files, you create a deployment description file in a text editor that identifies the decision service and its config files for deployment. The CDD file can then be placed in a deployment directory that is monitored by Corticon Server. When Corticon Server finds a new or modified CDD file, it deploys the decision service. A single CDD file can contain multiple EDS files. By moving CDD files into or out of the deployment directory, you can easily change which decision services are active on one or more servers. You can also use a custom script to move CDD files into the deployment directory. The CDD file can be locked down to restrict access to prevent overwriting of information by multiple users. If you want to deploy a decision service in process, you should use the Corticon Server Java API to deploy and call your decision service. If you are deploying to an application server, consider using Corticon Server's SOAP and REST APIs. If you want to manage deployment from a command line or other utilities. Using APIs gives you additional control of your deployment. To learn more about managing and deploying decision services, visit the Corticon Learning Center.